I am being called to be more present on YouTube and share myself and share who I am and what I do. And so, who am I? My name is Hazel Montserrat Gutierrez Estrada. I'm from San Francisco, California, and I have been on my self love journey for the last 9 years. And through that journey, I have understood so much about myself and understood that I didn't know how to love me. I didn't even know what self love was. I didn't know how to show up for myself. I didn't know how to speak my truth. I didn't know how to set boundaries. I didn't know how to take up space. I didn't know how to stand in my power. And now I have the blessing to be able to teach people how to do that, how to be in their power, how to use their voice, how to take up space. And so I will be sharing with you my journey through my YouTube channel, the self love journey of Hazel, and the lessons learned, the insights, the tips and tricks of how to love yourself. And through that journey, I hope that you are able to take some tips that can support you on your everyday, to ritualize your life, to remind yourself that you matter, especially because we live in a world that is all about just doing, or consuming so much that we forget how to slow down and love ourselves. And I have been in that space for a very long time. And now I am constantly reminding myself what it looks like to be in my divine feminine energy, how to be in my goddess energy, how to let people know when things aren't okay, how to cut people out of my life when they cross my boundaries, or even just if the energy doesn't match. Because I have worked so hard to cultivate peace in my life. And it took a long time to get here. And now I can say that I can finally breathe. For a long time, all I wanted was a space to be able to just take a bath where no one bothered me, where there wasn't chaos happening all the time. And I have that now. I have a sanctuary that I've co created with my sister. So blessed to have her as my partner in crime and everything that we do as we walk this path of self discovery and wanting to just help humanity, wanting to help other people see their light, because we all deserve our basic needs met. We all deserve to be loved. And that's really what we want. We just want to be loved. At least that's what I want. That's what I always wanted. And I realized that it starts with loving me, because I had people around me. I had so many friends that were there. I had partners that were there, but there was always something that was missing, and I didn't understand what that missing thing was. And it was me. I was missing. I wasn't fully there, and I didn't even know how to be there. So I started small. I started with meditating. I really started with a corner in my room. It was my altar. It was my sanctuary. It was my safe space to connect with myself. And so, if that's where you're at right now, just trying to find yourself, trying to feel some kind of peace in your life, I feel you. I understand you. And I just encourage you to take time to see yourself, because you are worthy of being seen. And so, one of the things that really helped me in shifting my life was creating an altar. It was creating an altar in the corner of my room. And we can go really deep into how you need to create an altar, and maybe I'll do another video on that. But really, it was just like, what is calling to me right now? What is important to me? And I was called to bring in the elements, right? I had a plant there, I had a candle there, I had, some incense, I had some crystals. And, it started to evolve a little bit at a time, and it changes over time. And I had this altar and I had a pillow on the floor, and I would just sit there and I would meditate and I would pray. And now it's a part of my morning ritual, something that I do for myself every single day, because I know that in order for me to be able to move in this world in my power, I need time to slow down and see myself and catch my breath and understand what wisdom am I meant to take in for this day so that I can move from a grounded place. Because right now, the world is on fire. Literally, it's on fire. I live in Long Beach, so I am so close to the fires in LA, and sending prayers out to all those people that have lost their homes, that are currently going through it. I know it's not easy, but I know you can get through this. We can't lose hope. And for all those in the community, please show up for each other. This is the time to check in, to donate, to volunteer, to look for places and spaces where we can show up for each other. Because a part of the self-love journey is not only loving yourself, but showing up in love for other people. And so I know it's scary to lose everything. I've been there before where I've lost everything. And so right now, prayers to all those people that are going through that experience, also to all of the firefighters and first responders that are there. Thank you so much for being a part of the change and supporting and stopping the fire. And this is just one of those things that is meant to bring us together. And so living in Long Beach, I realized that I had to find community. I had to find people around me that wanted to support me, that wanted to elevate me. And it took a lot of time to get there. And so I feel like I kind of started going a different way, but I just wanted to take this moment to honor that is happening currently in the world, because there are so many fires happening everywhere. And we have to remember that in order to create collective change, it has to start with us. It has to start with you choosing to do something different, you choosing to see yourself, you choosing to see, what am I replicating in this system that is not serving us anymore? What habits, behaviors, what mentality am I embodying that's actually not serving me, and is also not serving the collective? And I honestly feel like self-love is the answer. Love is the answer to all of our problems. And when we slow down to see ourselves, when we slow down to see hey, yo, we need to wake the fuck up, we start to see that we can be the change we want to see in the world. And so I hope that as you go on this journey with me, you are able to see that you can be the change by just seeing yourself, by doing these little shifts in your life, like creating an altar to ground yourself every single day, so that you are coming from a place of love with people, so that you are showing up for the community and for yourself. So I understand that there is so much happening, but in order for change to happen, we have to see ourselves and we have to be that change. Because realistically, trying to think that someone else outside of us is going to change, or we're wanting them to change, isn't going to do nothing. We're going to keep being in this toxic cycle over and over again. And I get it. I've been there. I was that person, the helper, the fixer, the one that would see that, oh, you could do this, you could do that. And I realized, yes, that is one of my gifts. I see the potential in people. As one of my strengths is a developer, I'm able to see the light within you and I'm able to elevate that. But I had to be able to do that for myself first in order to really be able to support other people in doing this work. And so now I guide people on the journey of self love through energy work, hosting energy ceremonies to be able to shift energetically what we are carrying in our bodies, because we're holding so much, not only from emotions that we haven't dealt with, but also ancestral trauma that's literally passed down from generation to generation. We are repeating patterns over and over again that our parents have gone through, our grandparents have gone through. And so when we slow down and we take a moment to see ourselves and get to that place and get to that altar and actually say, okay, how can I show up for myself today? How can I do something different today? We start to create change. And not only that, we start to connect on a conscious level. We start to unite with other people. And so I invite you on this journey of self love with me. If you are tired of the bullshit, if you are tired of suffering, if you're tired of just fucking waiting, I invite you to do something different with me. And it starts by loving yourself. And so join me on this journey of self love where I'll be sharing toys, shifting from tools to toys, really tapping into our joy, tapping into love, tapping into peace so that we can change and we can add more love into this world. Because when we start to see each other, like really see each other, that's when things start to shift, because we start saying no to the bullshit and we start saying yes to the good. And so I hope that you join me on this journey and, comment if something resonated with you. If, you have an altar, comment below and say what you have on your altar. I don't encourage anyone to add pictures or anything like that, just because it is a sacred space for you. But just, share. The more we're sharing resources, the more we're telling other people, yeah, I'm doing this, the more we're encouraging other people to join us on the journey as well. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to being on the love journey with you. Sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Thank you for joining me today.